Hey guys, welcome back to another edition of the Seat Shop video install series. Today we're going to dig into a Ford F-150 seat. This seat frame is pretty much the same from 1997 all the way to 2003. So if your truck falls within that year range, it's going to follow the same basic install principles here. Hunter's going to walk you through the tools necessary to do the install, then we're going to get started.
All right, the first thing is we got some hog rings, which will be included with the new cover that you get. Just a pair of needle nose pliers. Hog ring pliers right here, but not necessary. You can always use needle nose for the hog rings. We have a 10mm socket that's going to be for the seat, the frame on the bottom, as well as an open-ended 10mm. A pair of snips. We use pry tools, but again, any flathead screwdriver will work as well. And again, we got a Phillips on a drill as well as an impact for a 13mm.
Now, not every cover is going to require using the hog rings. Some of them have Velcro, some of them have a combination of Velcro and hog rings. But if your seat cover does require hog rings, they will be included in the box. So make sure you look for that on the inside when you get it. We're going to go ahead and unscrew this left-hand panel. Hunter's going to come around here and show you where all the screws are located.
All right, we have a few screws. There's going to be a Phillips screw behind the back adjustment, as well as a screw that's holding on that knob. There's going to be two Phillips head screws underneath up front here. We'll have to get this knob off. We'll show you in a second. And then there's going to be one plastic tab here in the back that's you'll be able to pop off with a flathead screwdriver or a pry tool.
All right, the first piece is actually one of the most difficult parts to get off, which is the lumbar knob. This actually pries off. There's no screw or clip or anything holding on, but sometimes it's really tough to get off. So Hunter's going to get there with a pry tool and try to get on each side of it and pop it off. But this, sometimes they come off easy, sometimes they really fight you every bit of the way.
Yep, so take your flatheads or your pry tools, put them 180 degrees apart from each other on that knob, and when you push this plastic in, you'll be able to see where that knob ends, because it'll be black and then there will be an orange piece of plastic. So just go just beyond that black where you can see that knob end and pop it off.
There we go.
And it's tough.
All right, so set that to the side. We'll go and unscrew everything. Back tab for you here. There we go.
Flip the seat up here and you'll see the last two Phillips head screws holding on that plastic panel. Get those out. And now while you have the seat already flipped up, go ahead and disconnect your first electrical connection right here. That's gonna go to the switches on the side that work the seat.
Some of these connections are pretty tricky. They got a clip on both sides, so it's usually good to have an extra pair of hands in there to help pull both of them apart, so you can separate the connection.
Yeah, there's a clip on either side, so he's going to get one, I'm going to get the other. Just pry them out.
Yep. All right.
Okay, go ahead and flip the seat back up and get the plastic panel off the side.
There we go.
And go ahead and feed that cable through the side of the seat frame.
All right, then we're going to set this panel aside. We'll need that at the end when we reassemble. Now next we're going to go ahead and unscrew the seat pan from the frame here, which is, you're going to need your 10mm. Here's a socket right there, Hunter. If you can get to it with the drill. Think you need an extension, or you think you can get it from there?
Yeah, I need an extender.
Let me grab one for you. There we go. Another tip, when you're pulling your seat out of the truck, make sure you adjust your seat to the middle. So it's not all the way towards the dash, not all the way to the back, but it's towards the middle, and also raise it as high as it'll go. It gives you a lot more clearance to get to these bolts here. I'll give you a hand.
There's 4 of those. And your last electrical connection that's going to be attached to these motors. And this doesn't have two clips on either side, it's just one, so go ahead and pop
The
that
last
off.
connection, you also have a connection going from your seat belt into the underneath side, so you're going to have to feed that wire through the side frame as well.
There you go.
Alright, now we're going to move the frame to the side here.
Next thing is to remove this lumbar knob right here. It's connected to a cable that runs underneath the seat up into the back. And make sure it's all the way in the right position, it's all the way relaxed. And there's just 2 silver Phillips screws.
Lean this back here.
This is what we just unscrewed right here. So, like I said, make sure it's all the way right to where you'll be able to see that silver knob in there, and that just pops off.
Alright, now since this cable runs all the way up into the seat top, it means you got to remove the seat top frame from the bottom. And we'll show you how to do that. There's 2 bolts on the side here, and then there's a steel peg that runs through a hole on the corresponding side here. We'll show you that first. We'll go ahead and undo the bolts, and we'll show you how that hooks together.
And these bolts are a 13 millimeter or a 1/2 inch. Either one. Go ahead and take those 2 out. Get your big flathead screwdriver. And we'll get in here, we'll show you right after we get this undone, we'll show you what you're looking for. Just wedge a flathead screwdriver in there and pop that.
Alright, now we'll get you a shot of what we're... You can see the steel peg in here, and it goes through the hole in the frame here. So that hole fits in that peg right there. So we can go and feed the lumbar cable through. Now the 2 pieces are completely separate. We can get on to installing taking the old cover off there. Alright, for that, we'll start with the flathead screwdriver. You've got several different plastic clips that just wrap around the bottom of the frame and clip on. And the rim around here on the inside can be really sharp, that metal rim. So make sure you use a flathead, because you can cut yourself pretty easy on there. So go around, we're going to pry these off. Alright, now that those are off, we're going to start with one corner and try to flip it inside out and roll it off. There we go. Here we go. Now once you get the sides all pulled up, this is where you want to be careful when you're pulling it off, because as we were saying at the very beginning of the video, the 2 different ways that they can anchor to the cushions, either with these hog rings or Velcro. So when you're pulling this one, it's got a combination of both. As you can see here, you got a Velcro strip that's going down the side. If you were just to yank it up, a lot of times some of the Velcro that's attached to the foam cushion can come up. So you want to take your finger or screwdriver or whatever, push down on the Velcro that's on the cushion while pulling the cover apart. That way you don't risk pulling it apart. It doesn't come off the foam cushion. Velcro across the back here.
And this particular cover has a combination of both hog rings and Velcro. You'll see the hog ring bar right here.
Okay, now the hog rings across the front. Let's see if we can get a shot of that. We'll go through the snips and we'll snip those rings off. Okay, now you can see on the bottom side of the original cover there's going to be a plastic bar crimped on this little piece of felt here. The new cover, if it doesn't have, some of them will have the clips on. If not, what you need to do is take your pair of scissors, cut this plastic rail off, and feed it through the new cover. There's going to be a little flap on the new cover to put that in there. That gives the hog ring something to really grasp onto on the foam cushion.
Looks like we're out of time for this video. Please check out segment 2 where we'll continue.